okay, the usual spiel, D&D is not particularly in my bag, but I find a lot of its material to be useful fodder for games that I actually like, especially for Dungeon Crawl Classics. Along those lines, at some point I picked up Sinister Secret of Saltmarsh, which I had heard very good things about. Later I found out about this one, Ghosts of Saltmarsh. Now, I'm not really super excited about the idea of giving Wizards of the Coast money. Whatever your feelings are, that's your business, that's fine. I don't particularly like the way they do business. And it's no real surprise for me, their predecessor, TSR, I didn't like the way they did business. And I really haven't particularly cared for the way Wizards of the Coast has done business since even before they were owned by Hasbro. But I ended up finding a very good sale on this. And my hope is that Wizards really didn't get anything out of it. So anyway, the sale price on this was insane. And I have to assume it was below cost. And so I bought it. Ghosts of Saltmarsh. This is from what I understand, I haven't read it, but this is a campaign made up of loosely affiliated scenarios, remakes of old ones, including Sinister Secret of Saltmarsh and its 2 follow-ups, as well as several others that appeared in like Dragon Magazine and places like that over the years, and they have been updated for 5th edition mechanics, which I don't care because I'll just be transferring it over to Dungeon Crawl Classics. Let me see here. Show these. I don't know for sure if that's showing up, but what we have here is there's an introduction. There's a write-up on Saltmarsh. Then there is the redo of Sinister Secret of Saltmarsh. Then there's the redo of Danger at Dunwater. And later, Chapter 6 is the final enemy. Those 3, I believe, Sinister Secret of Saltmarsh, Danger at Dunwater, and the final enemy were the original, U-series adventures. I believe that's true. Then there's also Salvage Operation, Isle of the Abbey, which I have heard very positive things about Isle of the Abbey. Temeroots Fate, I don't know. The Styes, and Of Ships in the Sea. This is like rule stuff. I think this has the ship combat that I guess you're supposed to draw on if you got Spelljammer, the new Spelljammer, I don't know. But there's like ship combat in here, other stuff. The system stuff I don't really care about because I'm not going to ever use 5th edition. Then there's the thing on magic items and monsters and NPCs. So it's a sizable book. This was, original cost $50, which was way more than I paid for it. I got this for substantially less than half. So anyhow, it's 256 pages. So this is back, their books, I guess, were longer at that point. I think they're now down to they're doing 90-page books or something, or 120-page books. I don't know. Same price. The art's nice. I think that Wizards tends to get, these days anyway, I think they tend to get good, if not especially evocative or bold art. It's good. It's serviceable. It's well made. But I know the way they used to do art, I feel like they used to get people who really put some passion into it. And I don't know. I can't speak to look, people are doing their work. They're doing their jobs. I don't want to crap on these artists. Maybe they've got the passion. I don't know. Maybe it's just that it's not capturing me. It's a matter of taste. But I tend to find that I don't, when I'm looking at the art from this, this is a nice piece. This is pretty good. This is pretty evocative. But I tend to find with a lot of the stuff that I see from Wizards of the Coast on their D&D product, it tends to just be fine. You know, it's fine. That's fine. It's good. It's well done. But I see that doesn't make me want to, you know, get friends to the table and recreate something or dive into something. Even this, which is maybe a little better, it's still just like, I don't know. And again, maybe that's just me. It's not art that I respond to. That's fine. That's what art's about. But, you know, it's got plenty of it. Anyway, that's a side tangent. Yeah, Danger at Dunwater. And you can see it's got a little bit of information on the original scenarios. That's cool. Just to give you a bit of historic context on them, I guess. Danger at Dunwater is, yeah, reptiles, the lizard folk. Let's see. That's pretty cool. I don't know if that's really not going to show up on here, I don't think. It's very dark, but it's a cool image. This is salvage operation. I like it. It's got some ship maps, which those will be handy to have. Those can be actually a little bit of a trick to find a good ship map sometimes. That's neat. I don't know what the deal with that is, but you know, I don't know if it's a ghost minotaur or a glass minotaur. I don't know. This is Isle of the Abbey. Yeah, this was in dungeon number 34 from 1992, it looks like. Isle of the Abbey. And let's see here. Flip a little faster. That's cool. All right, I like that. I don't know why that reminds me of like a Joe Jisku a little bit. So some of this is cool. Some of this is neat. Yeah, this is the final enemy, 1983. Oh, that's right. Were these were UK? Is that right? Were these the UK series? Is that? TSR UK. Yeah. Maybe that's what the U was standing for. I don't know. I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed here. It's a big dungeon. Seems maybe a little overboard, but that's fine. That's fine. Well, especially because then there's another big dungeon. I guess that's the name of the game. So, you know, I got this partially because it was crazy inexpensive, and I do hope at some point. This was Dungeon 121 from 2005. That was after I was really sort of stepped away from gaming, so I don't know. Maybe that was for the 4th edition. I guess that would still maybe be third. I don't know the editions. I was definitely not really paying attention by that point. I don't even think 3.5 had come out when I stepped away. Maybe it had. Maybe it had just come out. I remember trying 3rd edition and yet again not caring for it. But anyway, that's gross. So yeah, so my hope is at some point that I will. Oh, it's got an aboleth in it. Okay. My hope is that at some point I will be able to get some kind of nautical campaign going for Dungeon Crawl Classics. Yeah, see, I like having that. That's really cool, having the deck plans. I like that. That's going to be useful. But I want to get a campaign going for Dungeon Crawl Classics that is aquatic, you know, island hopping, various. I have now a whole bunch of adventures wrapped up with the sea, with islands and oceanic travel and monsters and underwater stuff, and all sorts of things like that. These drowned assassin. Some of these monsters could be handy things to have. Again, it's pretty easy to port creatures over to Dungeon Crawl Classics. It's it's not that hard. And then I've started trying to use. I used what I know Matt Colville refers to as minions rules. Somewhere along the line, I had picked that up years ago, and I use that even a lot of times in Call of Cthulhu, like with cultists. When you shoot a cultist, if you hit them with a bullet, they're down. Because like a normal human being, when they get shot, they're either dead or they're down. They're not, just going to keep fighting. So I kind of used minion rules anyway. But then really after seeing some of Colville's talk about that, I do like using minion rules on a lot of stuff. So that's easy to transfer over. I mean, it's just, you hit the monster, you kill the monster if it's that kind of a thing. But also some of the stuff with like the action economy and the special moves. So, just knowing, he's got a name for it. I don't remember what it is, but it's action-oriented monsters. That's what it is. And stuff like, on round 3, if they make it to round 3, they do this cool extra thing or, whatever. I am trying to work some of that stuff in, but that's not in here. But just porting over the stats, it's pretty easy. All you really need is most of the time, all you really need is the armor class and the hit points. I mean, it's, or number of attacks, I guess, is the other thing that's important. I don't know. There's not too much that's in there. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. That's me rambling about this. Ghosts of Saltmarsh. It looks interesting. It looks kind of cool. I like the reprint of the old, or the updating of the old scenarios. It's also going to save me trying to track down a copy of a couple of them because, like, Drive-Thru doesn't have, I think it's part 2 of this series. They don't have it in print. It's only in PDF, and I don't really do PDFs. So I don't have to track these down. Certainly was not going to be tracking down old issues of Dragon Magazine. I mean, I probably got rid of them. But I used to have old issues of Dragon Magazine, but we're talking like issue 35, issue 40, that kind of thing. I'm not tracking those things down. That's not happening. So I got them in here for way less than they charge for it. So I don't feel so bad because I really wouldn't recommend. You do what you want to do. You feel the way you want to feel about it. Support who you want to feel. That is not my call. But I don't want to really lend support to the company. I just don't particularly care for them. So if I'm going to buy their product, I tend to prefer to get them either dirt cheap, secondhand market, that kind of thing. I say that, and it's not like I'm not full of crap, because I bought these, and I know Wizards of the Coast is getting money from these when I buy these on Drive-Thru. I know they're getting kickback from it, so it's not like I've got a leg to stand on in any kind of moral standpoint about that sort of thing. So anyway, blah, blah, meow, meow. That's me ranting. If you enjoyed, I don't know why you would, but if you enjoyed this video, check out the links below. There's stuff down there. If you want to support me rambling about games, maybe, and flipping through books and not really showing you useful stuff. If you like that and you want to support that, go ahead and check out down below. If you don't, hey, like and subscribe. It's, what's it going to hurt? You can just skip over the videos next time. Anyway, that's all I've got today. Take care.